Across state lines, too. He tried to spread the risk to lower the cost, but it didn't work. Please, Rush. There are inspectors and building officials out there, very honest, and we work our rear ends off. Come on, Rush. There are honest, conservative building inspectors and building officials, which I and my staff just happen to be. We don't get paid off, maybe in Florida, but not here. Please don't dump us in with everybody else with a few bad apples. We take our jobs very seriously, just like you do yours. And we do save lives in what we do. A fair comment. A fair comment. It's a joke. It's just a joke, primarily in New York, California. I'm not aware of any shenanigans here in Florida. And believe me, there are a whole... Do you realize, folks, that where I live, you have to get approval from some town commission on how you're going to paint your house and how it can be decorated? Oh, you do. And if your neighbors don't like it, they can show up, complain, whine, and moan, even if they'll never see it. About the Capitalist Manifesto. Say that to me again.
From each according to his gullibility, to each according to his greed. To me,
that doesn't describe capitalism to me at all. Gullibility and greed. Here it is. I found it. Somebody, one of our Freeper friends, has got a great post with this guy's quotes, the anti-IRS screed from the Austin wacko Joseph Andrew Stack. And under a picture of Lenin is this: the communist creed, from each according to his ability to each according to his need. The capitalist creed, from each according to his gullibility to each according to his greed. That just sounds like gibberish to me, the second half of that. Now, under the picture of Michael Moore, the recent presidential puppet, George W. Bush, and his cronies in their 8 years certainly reinforced for all of us that this criticism rings equally true for all of the government. And then there's, under a picture of Stalin, comes this: the wonderful exemptions that make institutions like the vulgar, corrupt Catholic Church so incredibly wealthy. And under a picture of Pelosi, the joke we call the American medical system, including the drug and insurance companies, are murdering. This guy sounds like a whacked-out leftist to me. It sounds like he likes the Communist Manifesto and doesn't like capitalism. He hates Bush. He hates the insurance companies. He hates big business. He hates the pharmaceutical companies. This guy has nothing in common with one member of the Tea Party. Not one. He doesn't have anything in common with a right-winger. What this guy is a bunch of screws loose. Something popped in this guy way back when. He's just one of these people that's off-kilter. But this effort to tie this guy, and the media is doing their level best on this, to tie this guy to the Tea Party, to some anti-government bunch. This guy likes communism. He didn't like the IRS, but he sounds just like any liberal Democrat I hear campaigning for office. Damn banks, damn insurance companies, damn drug companies, damn Bush. I mean, this guy's almost word for Barney Frank. This guy's almost word for Harry Reid. This guy's almost word for Nancy Pelosi. Almost word for Rahm Emanuel and Barack Obama. This guy sounds like he's blaming Obama. Has to go out with the garbage, so the Chi-Coms will not be upset. All that snow, and everybody said, you know what? That snow, that proves there's major climate change going on. So no snow equals global warming, lots of snow equals global warming. We all know it's a hoax. We all know. Phil Jones.
Climate change, they say, see, look at that. There's all this snow on the ground. You know, this doesn't mean anything. I want to just be clear that the science of climate change doesn't mean that every place is getting warmer. It means the planet as a whole is getting warmer. As the planet as a whole gets warmer, you start seeing changing weather patterns, and that creates more violent storm systems.
Stop the tape a minute. Is that like we were after Hurricane Katrina? We're going to get all these massive new hurricanes here that were untold strength. Of course, we've had a drought of hurricanes basically since. This is the big lie, folks. This is the big lie. Something so audacious, nobody could believe, and he could possibly tell something this false. So it's got to be true. Nobody would have the audacity, the guts to lie this big. That's the whole premise behind the big lie, and you're listening to it.
Weather. So any single place might end up being warmer, Another place might end up being a little bit cooler. There might end up being more precipitation in the air, more monsoons, more hurricanes, more tornadoes.
Okay.